Namandavas, 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 namandavas. Good morning, everyone. I want to thank you for joining us this morning for our Sunday service today. I want to welcome all of the people from Watsonville, from Monterey, and from Salinas. Today, Salinas is observing their Shotsuki Hoyo service. And I hope that at your homes, all of you have your Butsudans open, you have a candle lit, you have some incense burning, and during the sutra chanting, please go to your Butsudan and offer incense. We fondly call this little space here where we are doing our service Hamaseki Studios. And we took the name of Hamada and Shinseki and we put them together and made Hamaseki. We couldn't do Shinda because that wouldn't be a good name. It would mean death. So we chose Hamaseki Studios as our little place where we do our services. I'd like to begin today with an opening reading. If you please join me in Gasho. We should know that Amida's original vow does not discriminate whether one is young or old, good or evil, and that Shinjing alone is of supreme importance. For it is the vow that seeks to deliver sentient beings burdened with grave sins and fiery passions. Gasho, please. Namo Amidavutsu, Namo Amidavutsu, Namo Amidavutsu, Namo Amidavutsu. Thank you. This morning's sutra chanting will begin with Sambujo on page 24 of the large purple service book and followed by the Jusege on page 93. Namandavas, 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 namandavas.
Namandavus, 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 Namandavus.
Now I'd like to ask you all to join me in the Gatha Shinnan Sama. You'll find it on page 240 of the large purple service book. Thank you. Please turn to page 10 and join me in reading of the Threefold Refuge. The Threefold Refuge. Difficult is it to receive a human form, now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Dharma of the Buddha, now we hear it. If we do not cross over to the truth in the present life, in what life shall we cross over? Let us, with sincerity and true reverence, take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we, together with all sentient beings, awaken to the great way of enlightenment and to the unsurpassed intent of Amida Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we together with all sentient beings enter the storehouse of the Dharma, becoming like the wisdom ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we together with all sentient beings become units in true accord in harmony with all things. The peerless, profound, and wondrous Dharma is rare to encounter, even in many hundreds and thousands of kalpas. Now we are privileged to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Sankhya-mon, Ninjin kegatashi ima sudeni yuku, Buppo kikigatashi ima sudeni kiku, Konomi konjo ni mukate dose zumba, Sarani izure no sho ni mukate ka konomi wo dosen, Daishu muro tomo ni Shishin ni sambo ni kieshi tate matsuru beshi, Mizu kara butsu ni kieshi tate matsuru, Masani nega waku wa shujo to tomo ni, Daido wo taige shite mujo yoko san, Mizu kara ho ni kieshi tate matsuru, Masani nega waku wa shujo to tomo ni, Fukaku kyozo ni irite tie umi no gotoku naran, Mizu kara so ni kieshi tate matsuru, Masani nega waku wa shujo to tomo ni, Daishu wo tori shite sai mugen naran, Mujo jinjin mimyo no ho wa yakusen mango ni mo ayo koto katashi, Orima kenmon shi juji suru koto e tari, Nega waku wa mirai no shinjitsu gi o geshi tate matsuran. Nammandavus, 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 nammandavus. Once again, good morning everyone. Today is officially 2 months since we've had to stay in our homes and we have been battling this COVID-19 virus. And with that, in the last 2 months, we have had now some new terminology that has come into our vocabulary. Sheltering in place is something that is new to us. Social distancing is new to us. The term COVID-19, epidemics. And we've been hearing often this term, the new normal. These are terms that have come into our vocabulary in the last 2 months because of the virus. New normal, we don't know what that's going to look like. We don't know what it means, but we will adjust. I like to talk about a little bit about the old normal. You know, we chant the sutras, we praise the Buddha. We go before our obutsudans in homes and burn incense, light a candle. We say Namo Amida Butsu. This is the old normal. This is part of our lives that gives us a sense of normalcy. Now today, I know that members who are listening in Salinas are observing their Shotsuki Hoyo today. And all of us in this month of May are observing Gotan-e, the birthday of Shinran Shoni. And as we do these services, we're reminded of the deep connection that we have to those in the past, our family members, to Shinran, to the Buddha, a deep connection to them. We're reminded of their lives and how we are connected. Today we need to be reminded that thousands have died because of this COVID-19. Worldwide, 300,000 have died. And we're connected to all of them, which each death, a part of us is affected. So we should remember to think about them and honor them as well as we do today's service, as we praise them. Now recently, over the past couple of months, we've celebrated a couple of holidays. And I don't know if you celebrate these in your home, but on March 3rd was Girls' Day. And this is a traditional Japanese celebration honoring girls. And then on May 5th, we had Boys' Day, honoring boys. You know, we cannot gather together and celebrate these things, but we can do small things in our homes. So here in our home, we put up a display honoring girls on March 3rd. And on May 5th, we fly the koi and put up displays of Boys' Day items to honor them. But also, we can gather in front of the Butsudan and celebrate these moments. Today I want to point out something to you. This is a Gotan. It is a peony that was cut from our garden this morning for the Butsudan. And it is Jane's favorite flower. And knowing that it's her favorite flower, I have planted 2 Gotan plants in our backyard. And I have nurtured both of these plants. I've spent a lot of time taking care of them, feeding them, fertilizing them, watering them, in the hopes that it will blossom into a beautiful flower, as you can see. And as a result, make Jane happy, at least for a moment. So my contribution is to nurture this plant so that it will hopefully bloom and blossom. But it's a small contribution when I think about that plant that's outside, because the sun does so much to help make it blossom. The soil in which I planted it in does so much. The wind, the rain, so many other elements are there and contributing to this beautiful flower that's on our Butsudan today. You know, so there's a lot that is going into this one flower. I know that some of you in the next month or so will be graduating. I know Corey's graduating, Brandon's graduating, Alex is graduating, Mika's graduating, and others. Some from college, some from high school, some going from middle school to high school. And I hope that even though it's not like it used to be, it's not graduation as we had dreamed it to be, that you will not think about what you're missing, but think about what you have gained. Think about what you have received. Think about all the contributions that have nurtured you and your life up to this point. Just like the flower, it is not just your individual contribution, but the nurturing of so many others that allow you to move forward in your life. So I know it's difficult, but let's try not to think so much about what we're missing, but what we've gained and what we've received. Today, some families are observing Shotsuki Hoyo, our monthly memorial. To remember that also your life has been nurtured by those in the past. And in the same way, you nurture them, they've nurtured you. So Shotsuki Hoyo is about remembering, but it also is about celebrating. Just like Boys' Day and Girls' Day, Shotsuki, Gotan-e, we celebrate the nurturing of our life, the nurturing that we've received, and in turn, how we nurture others. Now these are large events, graduation, the loss of a loved one. They're large events in our life. Those who are graduating, you celebrate accomplishments. But also there's a sense of being made perhaps anxious about the future. It can be scary. But also, there's the promise of the future. The promise of more exciting experiences. And those of you observing Shotsuki, losing a loved one is scary. But remember that there's a promise of their future, their lives. And their lives are embraced by Amida Buddha. So all of us today, we're observing the birthday of Shinran Shonin. We are observing Shotsuki Hoyo. You know, we want to acknowledge those who are graduating as well, and we will do this again later in June. But I wanted to mention it because remember, as you go through these great life changes and life experiences, that Amida, Shinran, they were concerned for us. They've been nurturing us all our lives. Life can be scary. Life can be difficult, but there's a promise for the future. Amida is sometimes called Oya-sama, honored parent, who is always watching out for us, always nurturing us, celebrating with us, embracing us during difficult times as well. The wish for our happiness is our wish for our birth in the Pure Land. It is the wish that we have for our children. Our children have that wish for us. And Amida has that wish for all sentient beings. So although we can't be together, we can't celebrate certain events or events such as Boys' Days and Girls' Days, these holidays, we can't be together. But every time you put your hands together, every time you say Namu Amida Butsu, in front of your Butsudan, or at the dinner table, or wherever you may be, we are all together. We are all one. And we are being nurtured together by Amida Buddha, by Shinran, and all those people in our lives. Thank you very much. Please join me in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu. Shonin Nichiryu no go kanke no onomuki wa shinji no motte hanto serare soro sono yue wa moromoro no zogyo nage shitete isshin ni mida ni kimyo sureba fugashigi no ganriki to shite buddha no kata yori hojo wa jijo sashimeta mo sono kudai yo 一年法記入少女四十とも釈しその上の称名念仏と如来我が往生を定めたまいし本法人の念仏と心べきなりあなかしこあなかしこ Shinran Shonin taught that the essence of Jodo Shinshu is Shinjin. The reason is that by abandoning all practices and completely entrusting ourselves in Amida Buddha, our spiritual rebirth is assured by Amida through the inconceivable power of Amida, of the primal vow. This is known as entering the ranks of the truly assured at the very moment of Shinjin. Thereafter, all utterances of the Nembutsu should be understood only as an expression of gratitude for Amida's assurance of our spiritual rebirth. With reverence, I remain. Nam Mandavas, Nam Mandavas, Nam Mandavas, Nam Mandavas. Thank you. I'd like you to all join me in the Gatha Ondok-san 2, and you'll find this on page 220. You please join me in Gasho. Although my eyes, blinded by passions, do not see the brilliant light which embraces me, the great compassion never tires, always casting light upon me. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Thank you very much, everyone. A couple of announcements before we close. Next weekend is Memorial Day, and unfortunately, given the situation, we have decided that we will not conduct cemetery services next weekend in Monterey, Watsonville, or Salinas. However, I will be streaming live next week, Sunday, the 24th at 10 o'clock for a Memorial Day service. And then on the 31st, we will also be live streaming services at the end of this month. Please take care of yourselves. Be well. Thank you for tuning in. And let me acknowledge Jane, who is my producer, lighting, technical director. What else does she do? Sets up the everything here in the studio, and is my director. And she's telling me I'm done. Thank you. Have a great week, everybody. Namandavas Namandavas.